for the Empowering You Show. This is a lively television show that is a driving force to positive transformation in every viewer's life. Our goal is simple. It is to elevate our audience members with clear, practical, helpful advice and engaging activities. We're here dedicated to sparking a journey of self-growth and empowerment, making sure each episode is a step toward professional and personal achievement. That's how we empower you on the Empowering You Show. So get ready, it's time. It's the Empowering You Show, and you're there. I'm so excited. So excited. I know y'all say that. I say that every week. But this week, we have one of the guests. Well, before I do that, let me introduce you to our co-host. Our co-host is with me every week when we expose new talent, maybe some older talent, but people in the community that are doing great things, crushing it, killing it, and today's no different. So the co-host and I, the sensational, sexy, sassy, smart Shawnee Smith is coming up now to help us introduce this next guest.
Boy, I need you as a cheerleader. I need it. Thank you so much. Listen, I'm so happy to be here. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited about who we have on today because
I'm excited every time I see you. I know we are virtual, still in this virtual space, but every time I see your face, it's like a whole new present. I get a new present every time. So I hear your voice almost every day, but it's when I see your face, it's a present. So,
ooh, thank you. I mean, normally we're together in Brooklyn, right? Right.
But right.
Right.
But today I had to do a little something different. We were having some technical difficulties, and I don't do technical difficulties well. So we're going to do what we need to do to get it done the correct way. I want everything done in excellence, and the team and I do our best to make sure that happens for you every week. So I'm glad to be in this other space for the moment. And we're going to make it do what it do.
I do miss you. I'm going to be out here, though. I'm going to take a ferry later, but whatever. I'm just saying.
Today, we have a phenomenal guest, Shawnee. I'm so excited about what's coming up. I'm going to stay in the moment now. Stay in the moment. This moment is a special moment because we have the phenomenal owner of Abundant Staffing Agency with us. She is a seasoned expert in human resources, coaching, and business growth, with a rich background in career counseling, training, and academia. She excels in guiding diverse clients through career and entrepreneurial transitions. Armed with dual master's degrees, she's the driving force behind the transformative My Identity is Real leadership program, passionately shaping futures through her deep commitment to professional development and empowerment, a woman after my own heart. Help me welcome to the show, Ramona Taylor.
That's what we have to go ahead. Round of applause.
Hello.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hello.
How are you today on this fine Thursday?
I am wonderful. How are you two?
We're good. Blessed and highly favored. In fact, I was so excited about the name of your business because whenever I hear abundant anything, I already know, oh, that's my people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Those are my people. Okay.
Absolutely.
So tell me where you're hailing from.
So I was born and raised right here in Williamsburg, Virginia, and this is where I am right now in Williamsburg, Virginia.
Okay. So we neighbors and things like that. So great. What do we have coming up that you might be excited about, Ramona?
So let's talk about tomorrow's event, Saturday's event. I'm excited about that. Anytime we get a chance to speak about leadership, and then there's women involved in leadership too, that is phenomenal. I'm so excited about Saturday's event. Also, the My Identity is Real leadership program that I have developed. That is my baby. That is something I am so excited about. And it is now not only just offered in the corporate sector, that anyone in leadership will be able to take those classes starting July. So I am
Awesome.
so excited about that.
Wait,
As
you
you
kind of
should be.
delayed. It's called My Identity is Real.
Yes, ma'am. My Identity is Real.
Yeah.
Leadership Training Program. Yes.
Yes, and I love that title.
Mhm.
Let's talk about how you got started in leadership development and training. How did you get started?
Well, I started in, this is funny. I started in a position where I was in the background. I did everything, making sure everybody in the front looked good. And I had a supervisor who said to me, "Your time is coming." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Because I'm comfortable right here. I'm not going anywhere. I am right here. And he said, "No, no, no. You have something everybody needs to hear." And I kept saying, "No, no, 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 no." So aside from going into ministry, it's like every time I've been thrown into a leadership position, and notice I said thrown because I've been kicking and fighting, getting in those positions because I didn't want to be there.
Voluntold, if you will.
Voluntold, absolutely correct. Voluntold.
Mhm.
And when I got into those positions of leadership, I started realizing you can't teach leadership by textbook.
No, ma'am.
So, even though I have a post-grad certificate in leadership, what I've learned from leadership came from within and my experience, my hands-on experience. So, along with that, and along with, as you said, Abundant and his people, I have developed that program. My Identity is Real, because it's from within.
Mhm.
You can't.
Let me pause you for a second there, Ramona. When you say the leadership is from within, would you be a proponent that leadership is innate, you're born with it, or the other side of that coin is, are you able to learn leadership?
Well, that's a twofold thing there. Some are born with it, some have to go and dig for it. So you could be born with it, but it's hidden and you have to dig for it. One thing I found out about leadership is we can't lead if we don't know who we are.
Say that again for the people in the back.
We cannot lead if we do not know who we are.
And I want to add to that, and whose we are.
And whose you are. That's right. So when I say that, if you have anything, any animosity against anyone, you need to sit down as a leader until you get it together.
That
Because
forgiveness thing is real, baby.
Also,
it
you
is.
saying turn the mirror on yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay. To
Absolutely.
deal with some things.
Right. Right. So, if you can't flush it out, then you can't dish it out. That's what I say all the time.
Oh, I like that. I might have to steal that one. I like that a lot.
Yes, because I had this thing. I had 118 people under me, so that meant I had 118 personalities.
Yes, baby.
Or more. Or more.
Different personalities. You might have more than 118 because some of them is bipolar and split personalities and all kinds of stuff like that.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I had this thing at the door. You check yourself at the door before you came in, because it only takes one person to come in and just tear up the whole organization.
That is a fact.
And they knew that was something that I was really strong on. You do not come in my office. And I had to actually claim it. You do not come in my office ill-equipped. And when I say ill-equipped, that means with other people mess.
Okay. I like the sound
we
of
didn't
that.
do that. We didn't do
How long
that.
did you work? How long did you work in corporate America?
Actually, it was 15 years.
Okay. So when did you jump ship?
I jumped ship completely in when we had a layoff during the recession, because I was running my business part-time and working out in the world, I say. And when we had the recession and I had the layoff, and I sat down and said, okay, that was 2007. I said, okay, Lord, what am I going to do? I'm worried. I had, like I said, I was a single mother, had a mortgage, had a car note. And I'm just sitting here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Had a wonderful severance package, but what am I going to do? And it was time to reinvent myself. So that's what I did during that time. I reinvented myself. I packed up. My child and I, we left. We relocated to Atlanta for about 10 years or so. And we came back when my mother got ill. So we came back. But I still stayed true to me because I knew what I wanted to do. And I knew the only way that I could make the change that God had appointed me to make that change was I had to do it.
And it's only your assignment, right? It's only your assignment.
It's my assignment.
It's not a conference call, as Barbara would say.
Yes.
You always say that, yes.
When the Lord gives you an assignment, it's not a conference call, and everybody ain't gonna like it, and everybody ain't gonna understand it. But
that's right.
It's your assignment and it's your calling.
Yeah.
So I see here you worked extensively with government agencies and small businesses. What kind of challenges did you face with working with those two separate entities?
Well, I wouldn't say that they were real challenges. I would say they were stepping stones. They equipped me to do more of what I'm doing today. I learned there that, and this is my tagline for Abundant, is putting the you back into human resources.
Wow.
So we can't treat people like a physician. We have to treat them like they're humans. And that's what I ended up doing. I ended up taking those nuggets away from those government sectors where you were just a number. You just had to do the job and say, okay, wait a minute. If I treat you like a human, let's see what happens.
Wow.
I was more productive. We got more out of them, less complaints. So I took that tool, and this is what I use when I go out and I provide HR consulting to my clients. I share with them, let's look at how you're treating your staff. We start with a survey. How are you treating them?
So that's really good. That's really good. Yeah. A lot of times people get positions as a leader. They have the title VP of, CEO of, CFO of, and they are not groomed to even take a look at what the people who are assisting them can do. And that's not just in the public sector. That's also in the legal sector, all industries, ministerial. People are put in positions because somebody likes somebody, and they haven't really understood what it's like for people to know what their gifts and talents are, for the leadership to uncover or unleash what they have in their purview. And so what happens is the people who work alongside them, employees or coworkers or peers that they report to, don't feel valued.
Right.
Their opinion doesn't matter. They're just going through the motions of being in a spot, many times not even liking where they are. But if the leadership would just understand that everyone really wants to do a good job, and they just need the support, the training, the atta girl, atta boy, pat on the back when they are doing a good job, and value their insight, their aspirations, their talents, their gifts. Just allow them to expose what they have to work with. Organizations would be so much better. Would you agree?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We wouldn't have the problems we're having today trying to fill jobs.
Yeah,
It's
this whole
like everybody is hiring, right? And it's like, come on.
Yeah.
How
but
is
why aren't
everybody's
why
hiring?
is everybody hiring? That's my question. Why is everybody hiring?
Right.
So that's a good question also. Now, I am they say I'm a little deep when I talk about this because we keep saying that there are jobs open, people aren't wanting to work there, but then we ask why they don't want to work. And right now, I'm one of the ones who have several positions open and having a hard time filling those positions. It's not because someone left, it's because the companies are growing. My clients' companies are growing. Now, for the ones who have that revolving door, that's when I come in and say, well, why do you have a revolving door?
What's the
Let's
cause?
let's talk about your leadership. Let's talk about these things.
Doesn't it
How
always point to the leadership though when companies are losing, like hemorrhaging employees?
absolutely, absolutely.
Well, why don't companies know this? This is what I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't companies know? I don't care. I shouldn't say companies, organizations, not
Yeah,
for profit, for profit, don't understand that if you have a hemorrhage of employees, revolving door, you need to look seriously at leadership.
absolutely,
Something's wrong.
absolutely.
I do want to shout out Dr. Terry James, who's out there watching us, of Divine HR Consultants. Just saying. But they don't want to turn the mirror on themselves. It's
Absolutely.
easier to blame this generation.
Mhm.
Not saying that I haven't done that. I've been guilty. But it's easier to blame this generation than it is to say maybe it's how we're doing things.
Right.
Maybe we haven't adapted.
Oh, that's such a good word, Shawnee.
Right.
Because people think they can do the same thing the same way and expect different results.
No.
Okay, I know, but that's a definition of somebody who's crazy. I'm just
Absolutely. And many companies, they don't do exit interviews either, or they will do an exit interview just based upon a fill in the blank.
Mm-hmm.
And so that'll give them the results they're looking for. And that's the first thing I look at when I come into a company. Let me see your exit interviews.
how
And
do you get invited to come into a company to do consulting with them?
well, they'll call me. Normally, they'll call me with a pain, with a problem, such as we have a revolving door or we're not meeting productivity. What's going on? Why are we having these problems? And then I'll come in and start assessing. I'll start looking at the positions, the position description. 99% of the time, the companies have the wrong position description. So therefore, they have hired the wrong person.
Wow.
Ooh, now that's good. That's real good. Like, you don't even think about that.
Yes.
So when you say they come to you, how do they even know you exist?
A lot of times, just like interviews here and speaking at various platforms or attending different events, that's how they really find me. Website, not so much. It's just really been word of mouth.
Pause right there. Pause right there for the people in the back. You can have the best website ever.
Yeah.
But if people don't know you exist, then it's like water in the desert, right? Shawnee says that a lot. It's like finding water in the desert. And you hit on something really important, Ramona, and you rushed over it. So I want to bring it back.
Okay.
You attend events.
Yes.
You go to networking events, trade shows, things that are going to expose what you do and for who you do it for.
Right. Events
right?
like Selfies to Service. Events like that. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. No shameless plug there.
Great shameless plug right there. I love it.
Yes. But to some of my new business owners out here, whether you're on the platform or not, attend and make your space.
Right.
Make your space.
What do you mean by that? I know what you mean by that, but what I want you to do is explain to the audience, what do you mean by make your space?
So when you have a Q&A session, always have a question. If the time doesn't permit for you to ask your question, pull Barbara aside and say, can I ask you a question? This is what I do. And da da da. How can I get here? I'm looking for this, that, and the other. And guess what? Barbara may have a connection. She may have a connection to Ramona. Ramona may have a connection to someone else. Make your space. You
That's
don't
so
always
good.
have to be on the platform. Make your space.
That's so good, Ramona. I appreciate that comment.
So get in the room and take up as much space as you can. That's what I'm hearing.
Uh-huh.
Get in the room. Okay.
Yeah.
Get in the room.
Yeah.
You got to be in the room.
Yes. And always, and like I tell people, always have a conversation piece on your body. Always.
Yeah.
Whether it's a brooch, whether it's my red purse, whether it is whatever it is you have, make it a conversation piece.
Well, the conversation piece that I love to carry is how you introduce yourself. So in our Represent Your Brand course that we teach you what to say that hooks the client, prospect, or person you're talking to so that they ask you more questions about what it is you do. The worst thing you could do is start out with, hi, I'm Barbara H. Smith. All right, so you already lost me because I already know who you are. I already know your name because your name is on the platform. Your name. So we teach that exercise. The exercise that we do teaches introduction, and it's not a pitch. It's truly expressing what I have to help you and what I have to help you, and I have the solution.
Right.
And so when you hear that someone wants to help you, you're more apt to listen to what they have to say. So even if you're wearing your best brooch or your best blouse or your baddest shoes and carrying your Louis Vuitton purse and no one says anything, when they ask, so what do? You want to have on the ready something that is surefire that they will listen to and ask you more questions. So that is definitely excellent.
Right. Don't ruin a good brooch with a flat intro. Nobody. That's it. We're done.
Absolutely.
That is so good. So again, I'm so excited to have met you, and I cannot wait to have more conversations with you. How would we get in touch with you if we were looking to contract your services, Ramona? So
to contact me is easy, super easy. You can go to my website, which is Abundant PD Training. That's running across the bottom of the site, .com. Also, you can reach me on Instagram at Coach Ramona Taylor. That'll connect you to everything I have. And my email is extremely long, so that's why I didn't say that. But I'm working on changing it.
Yes, we can fix that. I am super excited again to have you on the platform. I know you've worked with some disadvantaged communities and single mothers, which is definitely a category, industry, demographic after my own heart. How do you tailor these programs for this demographic?
So I've worked with some of the challenged communities through Redevelopment Housing Authority, where I could reach some of the single mothers, as well as the colleges that I've taught at before, and reached out to them. And the first thing we do is we talk about their jobs. What type of job do you have? How much are you making? And then I go back and run the comps on that job to make sure that they're getting what they deserve.
Fairly. That's so good.
Oh, yes, because that is so needed, because people have no idea.
No idea.
Nor do they know how to research it, Ramona. So that's another great thing.
Even know that they can, you know, because you're told from the beginning, you don't talk about that. You don't talk about money at work, you know, so you have no idea.
And negotiation.
Right. And
it was well into my 50s that I learned how to negotiate salaries, and that's sad.
Oh, and I do teach them how to negotiate. Trust me. When they leave me, they know how to negotiate. They know what they should be getting paid. And, you know, one of the things I kept hearing was I need to be paid what I'm worth. And I had to stop that and say, look, You'll never be paid with what you're worth.
Say-
I
say-
won't be paid what I'm worth.
Say that again.
There's not a job out here that's gonna pay anybody what they are worth.
And why do you say that, Ramona? Let's dig in that for a second. Why do you say? I got an idea why you say it, because I say it too. But why do you say that you'll never be paid for what you're worth?
Because it's how you value yourself. It's how you value yourself. My value to me, on me, is so high that there is no job out here that can pay me what I am worth.
Not no amount of money.
Not a dime. No, no, ma'am. You cannot.
So you are virtually unemployable? Is that what you're saying?
No, I am employable. But you just cannot pay me what I value my worth as.
Okay.
That's
you never
so
will
good.
be able
That's so good. Well, we are at the bottom of the hour already. I want to, before we leave, remind you. If you've been following us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, anywhere, you have seen the Selfies to Service Leadership Brunch coming up on Saturday, April 20th from 11 to 3. Get your ticket. This is just a little teeny tiny tidbit of what you're going to learn and hear about on Saturday. Ramona, I am so grateful for your presence on the show today. Shani, did you want to share anything else with the audience before we get out of here?
I'm just reminding you, what did you get from this? Get in the room. I don't know how many times you need to hear, but you need to get in the room. Invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because it's $97. What is that?
Yep.
Like legit, a mani-pedi. For real. That's just a mani-pedi. You know what I mean? Like, and no one can take from you what you're going to get from these experts. I mean,
And you're getting brunch, and you're getting 4 experts on the panel, 2 more with Dr. Obiama and I. Dr. Obiama is coming from Philadelphia to be with us. 757, we need to show up. Okay, I'm just saying.
Absolutely.
This is going to be a power-packed array of leadership experts, CEOs, business owners. Let me tell you, I can't express to you enough that you're not going to get what you're going to get on Saturday for $97. Nowhere, no how. As Dr. Stribling would say, no ma'am, no ham, no turkey. You will not get it.
I mean, you couldn't get 1 hour with any one of the speakers.
Not
for
one.
$97. Not a one.
Not
No.
a one.
And you're going to get 6?
Yeah.
6 where you can see and touch them, ask them questions. Show up for yourself, people.
You're going to leave with tools, techniques, tips, and strategies to bring your leadership to a whole new level. And you can't unhear what you heard. You'll be able to use this out of the gate, these strategies, techniques, and tips. I know you definitely are coming. So I'm just going to say thank you in advance for coming. We have something we want to show you before we leave the show. After the video plays, I know you know what time it is. It's time for you to step up your leadership game. It's time for you to step into your greatness, because the world truly is waiting for you. That's our time. Hang on for the video.
It's time for you to find.
To me, being a servant leader or being in servant leadership is being heart-centered. And when you're heart-centered, and a lot of times, it's a natural thing for a lot of people. So when you're that type of person and you're in a leadership position, it helps you to be able to not just like guide people or, you're managing people, but you're leading people and you're helping them to understand from a heart's perspective versus, just, the grind, okay, we got to do this, we got to, just calling shots and everything. But a lot of times when you're diving into leadership from the heart, you actually can see the person. You can see the person. You can see, it's like it gives you a 360 view about everything. It helps you to understand how to take action. It helps you to understand, like, even when you're taking action, how should I even be? Because a lot of times people could say, oh, action is, once again, it's all about the drilling and it's all about the grind and everything. But sometimes it's about allowing that person to act in their skill sets, giving them tasks and, depending on the capacity of where you're leading. But you're able to do it with a kindness of heart. You could do it with a smile, even though it may be chaotic in the back of your head, but you're still leading with a smile. And it's just everything that I would say, what comes natural for me, it was the thing that I said, okay, I know that I am a servant leader and I lead with a heart in everything that I do.
That's such a great example. Well, you guys, if you want to hear more from Miss Sasha, you will have to join us on Saturday, April 20th for our leadership brunch. You can go to obiamaevents.com and secure your seat now.